Season. Ricciardo won the Canadian Grand Prix in thrilling fashion, with Nico Rosberg finishing in second place in Montreal. Lewis Hamilton had to retire with a break.
Apologies to Carthy. We went straight to Birmingham, where we get a hearing now from the Parkview schools at the centre of the Trojan Horse inquiry.
Everybody happy? Yeah. OK. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name's David Hughes. I'm Vice Chair of Parkview Educational Trust and proud to be so. I've been a governor at Parkview School for 17 years and I'm immensely proud of what's been achieved here and what's been done, and very distressed about what's happening to undo that work. I've got a short statement I'm going to read to you. It won't take me very long, but it should answer, I hope, a lot of the questions that you may have. Just for information, I'm not a Muslim, I'm a practicing Anglican Christian, and I'm proud of that too. On behalf of the staff, students and parents who've worked so hard to improve their schools, we're extremely disappointed to confirm that Ofsted had graded Parkview, Golden Hillock and Nansen schools as inadequate and put them into special measures. We support the role of Ofsted in holding schools to account in a fair and transparent way, but we wholeheartedly dispute the validity of these gradings. Parkview, Golden Hillock and Nansen are categorically not inadequate schools. Our Ofsted inspections were ordered in a climate of suspicion created by the hoax Trojan letter and by the anonymous, unproven allegations about our schools in the media. Ofsted inspectors came to our schools looking for extremism, looking for segregation, looking for proof that our children have religion forced upon them as part of an Islamic plot. The Ofsted reports find absolutely no evidence of this, because this is categorically not what is happening at our schools. Our schools do not tolerate or promote extremism of any kind. We have made a major commitment to raising all students' awareness of extremism. People who know and have worked with our schools are appalled at the way we've been misrepresented. Our schools serve some of the most disadvantaged communities in Britain. In spite of this, 75% of students at Parkview achieved at least 5 good GCSEs last year, including English and Maths. This makes it the best school of its type in England. Golden Hillock and Nansen are on course to get the best results ever. Quite simply, this is because we believe our role is to break the link between demographics, deprivation and destiny. We refuse to let our students' backgrounds limit what they can achieve and who they can become. The speed and the ferocity with which Parkview School in particular has been condemned is truly shocking. Parkview School, where we're standing today, has helped transform the lives of local families by realising their hope and ambition for educational success. School communities in Parkview, Golden Hillock and Nansen that have worked hard to turn around failing schools are being condemned when they should be being celebrated. The problem here is not extremism or segregation or religious indoctrination, all the things that Ofsted looked for but failed to find in our schools. The problem here is the knee-jerk actions of some politicians that have undermined the great work we do here and undermined community cohesion across Birmingham and across many of our cities. They've put Muslim children from these communities at substantial risk of not being accepted as equal, legitimate and valued members of British society. And they have allowed suspicion to be cast on the aspiration of their parents and anyone else who believes that these children deserve the same rights and excellent standard of education as any other child. And it's important you know we will now be challenging all these reports through the appropriate legal channels. And that's the end of the statement. Thank you. My colleague is now going to talk.
David Hughes there, the Vice Chair of the Parkview Educational Trust. Now Lee Donaghy, who is the Assistant Principal.
My name's Lee Donaghy, I'm an Assistant Principal at Parkview. On behalf of the staff of Parkview, I want to say first and foremost that we reject this report's findings. It is simply not true that the school does not do enough to protect our pupils from the risks of extremism. Every day, my colleagues and I work hard to ensure our pupils are disciplined, understand and respect difference, and most of all achieve well, and in the process gain a full understanding of their religion, the surest guards against extremism of any kind. It is also simply not true that pupils at this school are isolated from British society. As our termly newsletters show, this school provides our pupils with opportunities to rival any state school in Birmingham and indeed in Britain. This is a normal state school, like thousands of others across Britain. 98% of our pupils just happen to be Muslim, British Muslims. I came into teaching through the Teach First programme in 2004 and came to Parkview through the Future Leaders programme in 2010. As a young person from a working class family in an urban area of Merseyside, with no family history of higher education, a first-class education was transformational for my own life chances and gave me opportunities I would not otherwise have enjoyed. As such, my career in teaching is driven by a determination to deliver the promise that education holds to as many young people as possible. Put simply, my aim is to break the link between demographics and destiny for the pupils I serve. An aim enshrined in the mission of Parkview Educational Trust, and one shared, as he spoke about with the very same words on Saturday, by the Education Secretary. Despite being an agnostic, this school closely reflects my values and the moral purpose that brought me into teaching, as it does those of my colleagues from all faith backgrounds and none. For the community in which you now stand, as visitors covering our story, our school stands as a beacon of hope against isolation, poverty, drugs, crime, and yes, potential extremism. Parkview is part of the solution, not part of the problem. It is a beacon like no other in this area, a school which achieves what many thought impossible. Poor, inner city, Muslim children achieving as well as any children anywhere. And now that beacon risks being extinguished. We have nothing to hide. Talk to the parents, talk to our former pupils. They will tell you this is an outstanding school, with outstanding results, where pupils are taught right from wrong. They will tell you there is no segregation, no extremism, and they will tell you that this is a rich, vibrant school that is a key part of its community. This school is part of Britain, and Britain is part of this school. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We won't be taking any questions now.
You heard,
I'm sorry.
Donaghy.
But if you'd like to make any requests for interviews, we'll happily to consider those through our PR advisor, and we'll be happy to consider those and deal with them. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. No, she isn't, but I can find out the details for you. Stay with me.
So a robust defence of the school there from Dave Hughes, the Vice Chair of the Education Trust, and from the Assistant Principal, the Donaghy, picking up very much